Hello everyone, so this is the second video on the projectile motion. In the first video we discussed the physics behind projectile motion, and I referred to the VT diagrams, right? VT diagrams with respect to projectile motion. So how we can solve projectile motion questions using VT diagram. That is what we discussed in the first video, and also I discussed the theory part behind it, how the direction of velocity changes, why the horizontal component is constant, why vertical component only changes, and these things were discussed in the first video, so I'm not going to go through that. So in this video we're going to discuss models, mathematical models, without going into any practical, right, any practicality of projectiles. We can deal with the projectile mathematically, so we can model projectile motion mathematically. So vertical motion is like this. You can see when you throw something upward, it will come back down to the point of projection, right? So you project it with a certain velocity upward, right? So if you do a horizontal motion, if you project something horizontally, it will move in this direction. Okay. Now what happens if you just throw something into the air? If you throw something into the air in an inclination, it will go in a projectile, right? So you can see it will move in a projectile. Okay, so you can see that you have a path like this. So we can model this mathematically. We can get the equation of this path. We will see how to obtain the equation of the path using Cartesian coordinate later, but we can model the projectile motion, and we can design certain projectiles so as to obtain the desired projectile motion. For example, if you shoot something, suppose you want to shoot something like this, right? So you have a gun in the ground. This is in the ground, located at some point. You can see that you can change the direction or the angle, right? This is called angle of projection. Right? By changing the angle of projection, you can shoot at different points, right? You can shoot at different points. Suppose a plane is flying, right, in this direction. So if it is flying, it will not stay at the same point. It would keep on moving. So you have to change this angle of projection such that the bullet will definitely hit the plane, right? So most probably it will miss the chance of hitting because the flight can change its direction. This is under the pure assumption that the flight will not change its direction, and these two occurs in the same vertical plane, right? If flight moves in this direction, so it will definitely not hit, right? එතකොට මේක හරියටම මේ point දැන් projectile එක අපි design කරන්න ඕනේ හරියටම plane එක මේ හරිය තියෙද්දි මෙයා ගිහිල්ලා හරියටම වදින්න ඕනේ. මෙයා මෙතන ඉඳන් projectile එක මෙතෙන්ට යද්දි plane එක මේ හරිය තිබ්බොත් වදින්නේ නැහැ. It will miss chance. So make a design. Now in most cases you can't change the projected velocity. Bullet එකක් ගන්න, bullet එක it is an inherent property of a bullet. Bullet එක initial velocity, bullet එක project වෙන velocity එක අපිට change කරන්න බෑනේ. ඒක bullet එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන මේ ඒ compound එකත් එක්ක බලපාන, right? වෙඩි බෙහෙත් මුණා ඒ compound දාලා තියෙන එකත් එක්ක ඒක බලපානවා එයා project වෙන velocity එක. ඒතර we can't change that, but we can change the orientation. I can shoot like this, or I can shoot upward like this in an inclination. By changing this orientation, we can change the projectile. අන්න ඒක ඔලුවට තියාගන්න. එතකොට ගණන් වල එන්නෙත් මෙහෙමයි. එක එක scenarios දෙනවා. මෙතෙන්ට වදින්න ඕනේ. මේ හරියට යන්න ඕනේ. කොච්චරක් දුරකටද යන්න ඕනේ. Right? එහෙම ඒ වගේ criterias දීලා you are asked to design the projectile. ඒ කියන්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට angle එක මොකක්ද කියලා. නැත්නම් angle and u දීලා ඉවර වෙලා. angle and u දීලා ඊළඟට අහනවා කොච්චර දුරට මේ projectile එක යයිද. මෙන්න මේ point එකට ගිහිල්ලා වදීද. ඒ වගේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් angular elevation ඊට පස්සේ target එකක් දීලා මෙතන velocity එක කොච්චර change කරන්න ඕනද? කොච්චර velocity එකෙන් ගියොත් වදීද? මේ velocity වැඩියෙන් ගියොත් මෙයා වදීද? එහෙම නැත්නම් for example another one would be we have a wall here. wall එකක් තියෙනවා. මට මෙතන බෝලයක් ගහන්න ඕනේ මේ බෝල් එක උඩින් යන්න. හරි. ඒතර පොඩි එකෙක් අවුරුද්ද ළමයෙක්ට මේක කරන්න බෑ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ වගේ කට්ටිය ටිකක් වැඩි හිටියෙක් වෙද්දී ශක්තියෙද්දී ඔයගලන්ට මේක throw කරන්න පුළුවන් with a great velocity. හරි. මේ velocity එක ඔයාලට change කරන්න පුළුවන්. and growth එකත් එක්ක එන එක. ඊට අමතරව මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්? තව කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් තමයි මේ angle of elevation එක. throw කරන angle of elevation you can also change. Can also change the angle of elevation such that it will pass over the wall. මේක change කරොත් මේක pass over වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. එහෙම නැත්තම් බලන්න මෙන්න මේ වගේ direction එකකට විද්‍යුත් එහෙම ගිහිල්ලා wall එකේ වදිනවා. වැදිලා ආයි recoil වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට මේ angle එක change කරලා මේ අදාළ criteria එකට මේ ගන්න යන්න පුළුවන්. So you can expect these kind of problems under projectile motion, right? Hari. Now we are going to develop a model to discuss projectile motion. There are basic model එකකින් පටන් ගන්නෙ horizontal plane එක basic projectile motion එකක් කරගෙන.